Modern anti-missile batteries and the encrypted targeting systems inside these F-35 fighter jets rely on extremely specific, custom-etched microchips. If the supply of that exact microscopic architecture stops, sovereign defense grids lose their operational capacity within days. That exact same dependency extends to your local hospital. The ability to run this MRI scanner, perform complex automated surgeries, or even keep ward life support systems online requires a continuous flow of the exact same silicon. For mass-market consumer goods, we already have a preview of what a disruption looks like. In 2021, automobile production lines froze entirely when they couldn't source enough chips, causing massive supply backups and costing the industry over $210 billion in lost revenue. Look at how these global industries route their logistics. The supply webs span across continents, but eventually, every single trace line for these advanced chips funnels down to a single geographic node, the island of Taiwan. Financial analysts project that if this central facility were to go offline for just 48 hours, the global supply of silicon ceases to exist. The logistics networks of every nation would freeze, triggering an immediate evaporation of global GDP measured in the trillions, alongside rolling municipal blackouts. We perceive the global economy as a robust, decentralized network, but that stability relies entirely on this single geographical pinch point remaining fully operational every second of the day. Look closely at the microscopic grid pattern carved into this raw silicon wafer. Over 90% of the world's capacity for manufacturing these advanced nodes is controlled by a single company based in Taiwan, TSMC. The physical requirement for carving these specific chips is absolute atomic precision, a process violently incompatible with Taiwan's geography. The island sits atop a tectonic collision zone that triggers over 1,000 earthquakes every year, where a minor vibration of a few nanometers can ruin millions of dollars worth of silicon. Then there is the geopolitical threat. China views the island as sovereign territory, making the prospect of a naval blockade or an amphibious landing a constant, looming reality. If the wrong order is given by a military commander, the factory goes offline. But Taiwan's dominance relies entirely on the equipment locked inside the factory. To build these advanced chips, humanity depends on extreme ultraviolet lithography machines, and a single Dutch company called ASML holds an absolute monopoly on their creation. This diagram shows how extreme ultraviolet lithography works. It uses intense energy beams bouncing off curved mirrors to carve precise features into silicon at scales so small they are measured in individual atoms. The math is rigid. Control this singular, hyper-complex machine and the specific territory where it operates, and you dictate the output of the global economy. Building an ASML machine requires arguably the most complex manufacturing process ever attempted. Standing the size of a double-decker bus, a single unit costs over $380 million and requires more than 100,000 custom components. This map reveals the paradox of this monopoly. The assembly line in the Netherlands relies on a precarious global web of 800 highly specialized suppliers, pulling atomic smooth mirrors from Germany and heavily engineered robotics from Japan. The tolerance for error is practically zero. If a facility in Germany strikes, or a single flaw makes it into one part, the entire machine is useless. And now, the explosion of generative AI has rapidly accelerated global demand. Building the artificial intelligence models housed in these glowing server racks require massive, continuous quantities of the most advanced processors on Earth. These powerful AI chips require a proprietary packaging technology known as CoWoS, chip on wafer on substrate. This technique allows multiple logic chips to sit side by side and communicate at terabytes per second. TSMC is the sole provider capable of executing this packaging at scale, and their production capacity is already sold out through 2026. The AI boom did not force a diversification of the supply chain. Instead, it tightened the manufacturing bottleneck, forcing the world's biggest technology companies to bet their massive capital investments entirely on one overcapacity manufacturing process in a single location. Governments recognize this extreme vulnerability. Initiatives like the U.S. CHIPS Act represent frantic, multi-billion-dollar efforts to reshore fabrication and physically separate production from geopolitical threat zones. But the math of the semiconductor industry ignores legislation. Constructing a single cutting-edge fabrication plant requires upward of $20 billion and a minimum timeline of 5 years before a single chip rolls off the line. Raising the capital is actually the easiest step. Operating these complex cleanrooms requires a 30-year ecosystem of highly specialized labor, deep chemical supply lines, and intricate engineering expertise. You cannot simply buy or relocate that human knowledge overnight. This timeline projects the true scale of the deficit. Comparing the immediate demand for AI and defense processors against the construction schedules of alternative Western factories, the data indicates we are still a full decade away from achieving genuine manufacturing independence. Right now, we are attempting to construct a lifeboat while the primary ship is already taking on water. The modern world is frantically trying to engineer a resilient backup system at the exact moment the original bottleneck is under the most intense stress. The artificial intelligence learning to think, the medical equipment monitoring patient vitals, and the defense grids protecting borders all converge on a foundation of silicon so thin it is invisible. Modern civilization relies on a microscopic architecture dictated entirely by the strict realities of geology, geopolitics, and atomic physics.